Welcome here at Taubertal Festival 2018. We're here with Taylor Beadle Williams and Mark Williams. You guys been on stage a few hours ago. How is everything feeling?
Oh, it's just a dream to be here, so it's very overwhelming, but happy. I'm very happy.
Very happy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I said it, but they are all the way from Australia. I talked to Mark over here. He said it was a 24-hour flight, so it's been quite a journey.
For me, it was 40 hours. For me, a 40-hour flight, so
40 hours.
Nice and long.
It's almost like the rock star living.
She got to know China on the way.
Yes.
There are a couple of stopovers in
But
China,
hey,
domestic.
Well worth the trip, okay? It's well worth it.
Well worth the trip. Well, I'm happy you're here. I'm so excited.
So
you guys put on a great show. It was kind of different. Can you tell something about what kind of music you guys are doing and how you guys teamed up together?
All right, so I originally wrote these songs as electronic songs, so electronic music. However, when I entered this competition, it was just a very last-minute decision, and I had never performed my songs in front of an audience before, besides my parents. So I had no band, nobody to back me up. So I roped this one in, who's a family member.
A parent.
Apparently.
Apparently.
A family member who sings, plays guitar, and plays piano. So I thought, that sounds pretty perfect for me. So that's when I roped him in. He said yes. And then I went into the competition with no expectations, and we just sort of stripped back all my songs and played them acoustically. So, and then went in with no expectations, and then from then on, it just became, we got through this round and that round, and then boom, we're here.
Here in Germany.
Yeah.
Here in Germany.
Here in Germany.
You know, being here in Germany, can you put some words on how it's been going all the way from Australia, being part of Emergenza Festival, playing here on stage today?
What are the words?
Surreal.
Totally. Well, the whole thing is unexpected. As Taylor said, we had no expectations whatsoever. And each time we went into a heat and we got into the next heat, we just look at each other, as we did today, and go, well, here goes. You know, we've got this far. How did you do this? You know, like, it's just two of us, and we're in amongst bands. But that's how we decided we'd do it, because we had no choice. You couldn't find a band in the time given. And I had my arm twisted a little bit to join this band. And when I finally did, I was more than happy to accommodate. So we sort of reworked the songs a heck of a lot to suit us. And out of that came something very, very, I think, very unique and very special out of it. And we became very connected musically. Up until then, I had not heard her songs. So it was all new to me.
Yeah.
Until she played me all of these songs, then I actually became aware of it. So it was very difficult trying to find where she was at, because I was looking at another artist, not my daughter.
Yeah,
so
and
it was a difficult
I mean,
thing to do.
sorry, we've kind of deviated away from the question.
It's okay.
But when I first, actually, I totally forgot what I was going to say now. That's brilliant.
Oh, good on you.
Okay, well, anyway, the words that I would describe this is surreal, unexpected, and thankful.
And thankful.
Yeah.
I
And
love what I'm hearing.
Thank
But I
you.
just have to say, I love the fact that you guys are family, daughter and father together here on the stage.
Oh, cool.
What has been the biggest experience being part of Emergenza Festival 2018?
Oh my goodness, where do I start? I guess the biggest experience would be traveling to Rothenburg. I've never been to Europe. This is my first opportunity to be in Europe, and it's with a festival, performing my songs in front of an audience. There's just an absolute surreal, I use the word again, dream. So this would probably be the biggest highlight. Although I would say just working with my dad would probably be the biggest highlight. As sappy and soppy as that is, we've worked together really well. We've just connected so well as musically, and so it's just from going from strength to strength and rehearsing and performing together. We've just gotten better and better, and here we are, and we can only do what we can do, and that's been my highlight.
And what about you?
Kind of the same. And actually being part of something and being on a stage so big, actually the size of the stage and the size of the event really makes you want to do something more than you do. And so we had to pull it out. And I think that being on stage and in this event has done exactly that for us. Just made us work harder.
And kind of to catch on to that one, How has it been? How have you guys developed yourself as a team or as a band during Emergenza Festival?
Undeniable that it's a really strong combination. It's absolutely undeniable, and I don't think I could wish for anything better. I didn't expect it, but looks like we're together for a little bit longer.
Yeah, he has to put up with me. Or vice versa. Actually.
Yeah.
I think, well, we started off it was kind of just thrown together because it was such a short time. But actually leading up to the festival, we were thinking of introducing different elements here, different elements there, like electronic elements, or just even adding a tambourine in there. And in the end, we kind of thought, just doesn't. If we have anything else that distracts from the quality that we have as together, and that's what we won Emergenza Australia on originally, just the two of us. So adding anything extra was kind of unnecessary, and we thought, well, it's a festival, we should be doing something more. But I think we got this. We're going to be fine.
She was the one that kept on sort of this morning. I'm absolutely just nervous as all hell, and she was the one trying to keep me calm. Because the very fact that we were following bands, we were on after bands, and I went through through the whole every heat. I would have an anxiety attack because it's just the two of us, and so that was the hardest thing.
And all eyes on you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's that, and please don't look at us, or please look at us, please don't look at us, or please look at us.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Depending on how good it goes.
Yeah, that's right.
But there are so many strong contenders, and especially female contenders too. I had no idea that we had Maggie, that we had Vera, and then I come here and I'm like, oh no, I've got some very stiff competition up ahead of me, and
they're fantastic,
and they're really great, and they've got the full band, and so we were like, oh well, let's give it a go. So
the standard is incredibly high. Really, really hats off. You don't get this. We're in a way we're a bit too far away in Australia to get an actual a general feeling of what it all actually means. And it's not until you get here do you actually realise how big a part of the music world something like this is. Especially for unsigned bands.
That's what it's all about. Unsigned bands being able to perform.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Great places, great venues.
Yeah.
So, before we end today, I want to ask you, if you should talk to other bands in Australia, what would you say about joining up or signing up for Emergenza Festival? Any good thoughts or anything about that?
I'd say it's well worth it.
Oh my goodness me! It's like going going to do an open mic night. Just do it. When you actually go and do something like that, you realise why you're there for the actual music, because nobody's come there to see you. So you've actually got to
perform.
You've got to perform, to try and make people, jump on board. So I think Emergenza is that to me, and if anybody in Australia, any bands, they should look at this as a kind of a giant stepping stone.
Yeah, for me it was a huge learning curve. I not only learnt so much about myself as a person, because I had to hustle to get people to come watch me, but it was also just. I'm surprised I still have friends anyway, but it was also a huge learning curve as an artist, coming out for the first time as a sort of solo artist, learning more about myself and how I work on stage, what works, what doesn't work, how to change my vocal sound and everything like that. It's the biggest and best learning curve. You can never learn too much with this performance, and I think Emergenza is one of those competitions that really helps that it's a stepping stone for artists, and it's just
a giant one,
and it teaches you how to keep pushing. Yeah.
So before we end today, any last words, anything we need to know about you guys before we cut off the camera in a few seconds?
We just want to come back to Europe.
Yeah, I think
we just want to come back to Europe and play.
I think this isn't the end of us, really. I think we're ready to come back.
Yeah,
I love Europe so far. I mean, I've only seen Rothenburg, just the beautiful medieval city it is.
I mean, we've still got to go the highs and lows, but we're willing to do that.
Yeah, this isn't the end, and I want to thank Emergenza very much for having us. It's been an absolute pleasure. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I hope to see you guys again. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Thanks,
Thank
Axel.
you.